Yo. What's going down, man? We back for the fifth episode? Fifth episode, man. I'm G. I'm your co-host, G, man. What's going on, everybody?
Yes, sir.
It's your boy, Smoke Dog, up in here. We got a very special guest today for y'all on the Rich Dreamzz Show. Big Svpa.
Yeah, my dog.
Yes, sir.
My dog. You see,
What's
we
going
got
down
rapper change today, man. We got a little rapper change for him, you know.
Yeah, everybody.
We got a little rapper change.
Everybody.
Yeah. How you been, man? How you been? I ain't seen you in a minute. What's going on with you?
I've been laying low, man. Just, record mode. I'm in album mode right now. I know I just came off a project that I released last year. Getting started early on the one for this year. Just keep it going. Keep the wheel. I can't slow down. I got to keep the speed limited.
Hell yeah, man.
70 and above.
Okay. Yeah, nah, man. We was just jamming, in pre-production. We was jamming the what is the This Time I Mean Business album, man. Yeah, bro. It's I've been on you since Problem Child, bro.
Yeah.
I've known you since.
You got a couple bangers on there. I'm seeing already. If you don't mind, can I give him a little snippet?
Man, give him a snippet.
Yeah,
man.
go ahead, man. Yeah, let's go.
Just a little. What's your favorite cuss word? Fuck you talking about. Man. Bitch, these real diamonds. Fuck you talking about. Bitch, I been shining. Fuck you talking about. I got dead bodies. Fuck you talking about. Drip more than everybody. Fuck you talking about. This that brick music. Fuck you talking about. Your bitch shoes. Fuck you talking about.
Hold on, man. Hold on. When niggas get to talk about my bitch, that's when I have to. Go in. Hey, Mo. So I gotta calm down a little bit, buddy.
Right. Man.
Pressure, bro. I just really be talking shit, man. I ain't into that.
Nah, man, you gotta talk. You gotta let
right.
Just
got to
try.
So look, man.
Yeah.
I've been begging you to come on the show. I've been DMing you every day. Trying to get in contact with you. I know YouTube getting got big for Lil G, man. You know what I'm saying? But now, man, like I said, I appreciate you. I appreciate you for coming on, bro. You're our first guest. Man, you've been a solid one since I met you, bro. But let's get right into it, man. You gold record back in 0809, gold record. If you didn't know, Halle Berry, he made this shit.
Just went gold.
So what?
Oh, just man.
Yeah. Just went gold. Tell him, man, pop your shit, man. Pop it. So what made you wanna rap, or as a career, or what inspired you to rap, bro? Like, take me back to when you was a young one, when you just spitting, maybe writing a couple bars. What inspired you to do it?
Inspiration came from family members, like just being interested in the shit. They being, I was 10 years old when I started, so I was niggas interested in this shit. Today is how I was at 10. I was really trying to get signed. I really didn't know the ropes and how the shit worked until I actually saw and did a lot of kid stars was coming out. So I wanted to be a kid star. I ain't gonna lie and shit, but it didn't happen until later. But it was all God's timing. But
sure,
man, that shit was me, bro. I wanted to do that shit since day one. I be looking at my kids, like my daughter, 11 years old. How early, like my son, 9, he rapping.
Big ball.
Yeah. I was just kind of like, dang, that's how I felt. You know what I'm saying? That's where I was at. It was just in me, bro. And of course, my brother, he was rapping. He kind of put the battery in my back, and I took off with it.
Okay.
I like the way you said that too, man. God's timing, bro. Like, you wanted it as a childhood, but I think it came. Your first success came when you was in college. You went to PV, huh?
Yes, sir.
HBCU, man. You should have went to Grambling or something like that. You know what I'm saying?
Hey,
Came to the boot, man.
I see you try to start some shit.
I'm gonna tell you how different life has been for me. I didn't know nothing about Grambling was a college until I got to PV and learned the lifestyle and learned the history, and then I was like, oh, okay, learn the rivalries, it really
right.
I didn't know about Grambling. And then I found out more about Grambling when I got there, and then I was like, oh wow. This is like a whole nother PV.
Right.
So, you know, yeah.
Man, that was a crazy experience.
So check it out. Me and him, we went to PWIs. Yeah. He graduated, I didn't, but that's besides the point. But check it out. I always hear like from people that went to HBCUs, they're just like, man, it's a whole different experience. It's way more lit at a HBCU. How was your experience, man? Like I say, we never attended a HBCU. How was your experience at the HBCU at Prairie View?
It was like a family. It was like a family. Like you get to go to school with imagine you and your cousins and you know your auntie and your entire family is at one school and just living and partying, just you know learning. It was just like doing it with your family member, and even to this day, you know we all see each other out, each other's names, but we know faces, and we like that's my brother,
right?
Or that's my sister.
That's dope. That's dope.
You know, we'll walk up to people. Didn't you go to PV? Yeah, I remember seeing you. Yeah. We came in. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Don't even know each other's names. Never
just remember the face.
But you were part of that community, man, and that's what it really seems like. You get to a tight knit group, man.
Yep.
You know,
it's
like a small community of people. And to this day, just how the way freshman year to this day, I still talk to every last one of the people that I know at Facebook, Instagram. You know, we interact, party, everything.
That's dope, bro.
Shout out to Super for being a rapper that went to college, ain't started off on those street shit.
Right. Man. You don't have to be in the
street. You don't have to always get it off the block every time.
Right. Exactly. Hell yeah.
I'm telling niggas, bro, like I hang around. I'm so far away from the street, nigga, man. It ain't even because the street niggas I always was good at music. So when I wanted to be a street nigga, always the nigga like, nah, nigga, you can't go. Right. You know, you go to the studio or something, nigga.
Right. You got to think how they could do that though. That know that there's a better way.
They were legit, bro. When I see them niggas, I be like, they was the ones legit telling me, nah, you the one that's gonna be our famous nigga. And because I was that deep into the music. And that shit just ended up happening, and see me, it's all love. But yeah, nah, I never got to go to do that.
Be your authentic self.
Yeah, they never invited me to do bad shit.
So check it out. You said you started rapping at 13, right? 13-ish?
10.
Okay. Start making beats at 13. Yeah, for those who don't know, he's a producer as well as a rapper. So holla at this nigga for your beats. At official Super. Holla at him. It's right there on your left hand side. But now, so when you get into college, you already full-fledged, bought in, sold on this rap shit. I'm gonna make it off this rap shit. But you're in school.
Right.
So how did that work? How did that work?
Well, it was like, bro, that was the beauty of going to PV, because it was a lot of motherfuckers who was like me. Niggas was Dero, and he was like the hottest nigga on campus at the time. To dig deep a little bit, my style of making music was so far from was popular, which was the Dallas music scene.
Mm-hmm.
I wasn't even making music like PV, and I heard what they was dancing to, what they was partying into, and me at that, I was able to make shit that matched the groove and the swag so easily, like I had been doing it for years. So when I actually Dallas music and those Dallas boogie type beats, like it was when I had them down my beat making. I was making like New York shit, Atlanta shit, you know, doing all that sampling and shit. But then Dallas music scene was popping, so I was like, I need to make this wave. As soon as I hopped on the wave, that's when I started fucking with the from PTC, and we was all just getting it, nigga, going to class. That's all I was doing, bro. I wasn't even really chasing females. If I did some downtime shit, but even in my downtime, nigga, we was making music a lot. And it wasn't until later that I ended up making Halle Berry, but that in that lane where I had no, idea I was gonna go. That lane.
Okay.
So I did, and that shit, the rest is history.
Okay. So from there, you in school, you meet the role. So did y'all linked up and made music at some point at PV, right? Before Halle Berry, right? Okay.
We met my freshman year, and then that's when I met Q Smith and Norm T. And I met all the niggas, most of the niggas who was popping from Dallas or start getting at them at PV. So every group you can think of, unless it's like and Fat Pimp, I met them just in
Shout
Houston
out Fat Pimp, man.
Shit, but that's my birthday just passed. Yeah.
Happy birthday, my nigga. Hell yeah. Happy birthday, Pimp.
Yeah.
Hell
Fat
yeah.
Pimp. And I had just really just niggas, because niggas was coming to me for beats. They didn't even really knew I rap. Yeah. Like I would throw a verse on some shit, but they didn't know I was like an artist.
They had you on your Kanye shit, huh?
Man, that's why I be like, when I see that Kanye shit, I'm like, yo, and I just be looking at
that was you.
It was me. I don't want to get it in saying
I crashed my Mustang and had my jaw wire shut too. Nah, I'm bullshit.
No, it is. I ended up crashing a car.
Ah, damn.
That's crazy.
That was after Halle Berry, though. It was after Halle Berry.
Okay.
You got a song called "Through the Fence"?
But
nah, I'm bullshit.
I was on my way to a fucking photo shoot. Nah, back at PV, like when we had started, it was the beats. I had number beats. I was giving the road beats. He was rapping on my beats. Everybody in the room, because they heard them badass beats I was making. And so that at PV, they was like, that's the nigga that be making them beats. And, you know what I'm saying? So they heard I could rap. Like I said, the way I rap today is the way I was rapping back then. I was, Kendrick, Kanye, Drake,
Right.
I was never got around these niggas, these Dallas niggas, and I dumbed that shit.
Dumbed you down.
Yeah. It wasn't on that shit. Like, if I wanted to get my name out for beats, I had to make the shit that they was on for fucking easy. I was like, that take me 10 minutes to make a beat. Like they used to be sitting in my computer like, nah, nigga, don't put all that shit in that beat. Well, they're just that. I mean, like that.
Right.
I was so into like being a Swiss Beats, you know what I'm saying, for real, that I didn't notice. Yeah. And I didn't notice, well, okay, I get it now. And I just hopped on that wave. Nigga, bunch of Dallas boogie beats, simple as sounds. And unfortunately, that was Soulja Boy when it came out, and he was doing the same shit. So I was just, that's why I said, God's fucking timing, man. Excuse my language.
No doubt. So go ahead, Rob. Go ahead.
Did you make the beat to the Halle Berry song?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
So what that is, I was like,
yeah, tell us
was
that
being
story,
in the
man.
creative.
Tell us that story.
Yeah, I had the idea. I was just playing. It was a playful idea that, you know, and I didn't have the beat yet. I had the hook, and I just made the beat, bro. I told
Next thing you know, you
this,
got everybody in the club doing this shit.
Man.
Everybody in the club.
And the
Like,
crazy part is,
oh my God.
right from the start, that's when you know it's a cold one. When you hear that,
Hey, bro, that's it, man.
bro,
go
crazy.
I swear that shit is infectious. Just I got fired from my job. I went home. I made the beat. I took the second verse from another song, put that on there. I loaded it on the same day through the night, and the next day, like, I don't know, it got so many plays on my MySpace page. I had never had that many in it, and that's when it just took off from there, bro. I actually took it to a party on a CD DJ named DJ Got Him in Killeen, where I was originally from.
DJ Got Him.
You know, and he was on the radio station at the time. I didn't even know. The nigga was just at a skating ring, DJ CD, like, hey, this is my new song, you know, and it had all my information on there. And you know, I think it just had my name and the name of the song. Weeks after that, I'm getting blown up. Like, niggas is calling my phone. Hey, did you make? It's like, this sound like you on the radio. And they put the phone up to the radio, and I'm, shit, yes, that's me, nigga. Who is the DJ? And he was like, I don't know. See, I'll call you back. And they was like, it's the DJ named DJ Got Him, and he was he playing your shit 9 or something. And I was like, holy shit. And so the next day, and they played it again. He called me again. He was like, yo, they cut the radio station. Like, where you at? And I was at PV at the time in my dorm room. I'm getting all the calls. I mean, 2 other girls are calling me. And so that's when I reached out. I got, and pretty much, man, they broke it in Killeen. Like, it was a big radio there. And so at the time, we were throwing parties, real big parties in the city. So we were known for throwing parties. I was the DJ, and the club and the streets kind of knew about Halle Berry, but they didn't hear it on the radio yet. So when our next party, we decided to book Dero and DJ niggas to come down, and because we was like, look, we need to show you that Halle, we need to show you this is the biggest record on the planet. This is all it's gonna be. And okay, cool. We booked them. We brought them down. So my very first performance of the song, let me tell you, this is all happening since the time I recorded it in December 2007. This is now February. All this is going on.
You was on a ride, boy.
That was a month. That's like a month and a half later.
Jeez.
So Christmas break that year. I was on Christmas break. And so when I went back home and I was on station, they would be playing it. So after like a couple of weeks of them playing it every day, even in regular, the song is big in the city now. It's one of the biggest songs ever in the city. And you can see it on YouTube. My very first performance of Halle Berry is still on YouTube. Shot it actually passed away. R.I.P. B Fish. But he on there, you can see Dero, Merk, all in the background. When the crowd erupted, he said, Halle Berry.
Yeah.
Yeah. Nuts. That it was gonna get a reaction like that. I had no fucking idea. Actually, you can see I kind of was like, and then I kind of like started cheesing real hard because I didn't know what the phone. Like, I knew it was hot. People was talking about it, but I didn't know everybody knew. So, it shocked me too. And them niggas was shocked too. And so that next, I think, week we got back to PV. That's when in the hallway at the basketball, the gym, or his people did. They was like, "Hey, Dero gonna do his verse tonight. We finna put that record all the way out." Yeah, we finna.
Yeah,
you were excited about that? Was you like, oh man, it's the homie I've been seeing on campus? He blowing up.
Yeah, because at the time, Ingenious, Merc, and Dero, all them niggas that was riding, them niggas, Norm T, shout out, niggas was the biggest, one of the biggest labels or groups, and DJ Rogers, who was, on the other side.
When he
Rogers
jumped
was
on,
trying to sign,
was it pre ice cream paint job, or was it post?
Yeah, this was like a year before ice cream paint job. Like, wow. I'm telling you, because all this shit happened, and so at this point, we into March. All of this happened from February to March.
3 months.
So the record gets put out. Me and Dero. It gets put on a mixtape. I ended up. Q Smith came to me, and he said, "I want to do a business deal with you. I want to put some sounds on the beat with tag on the beat and say I did the beat, and then you do the song in exchange. Get this record on the radio. There's a guarantee I'm gonna get it on." I said, "Okay," like a young businessman, kind of trying to be. I didn't know the effect, but I just was like, sounds like even Trey, because I'm really trying to get this record out in Dallas. And then Q Smith had put it on. So after that was done, Q Smith put it on a CD tape. We took it to, I think he took it to some where they was passing it out in Dallas. They was coming it out, him and Dero, and it got in the hands of Bebe. Bebe is really the reason.
Yeah.
I tell him this every day. I said, and a curse, because what Bebe did was he just like the nigga just started playing it.
Right.
I mean, like, this is a time period where
So Bebe was already in Dallas at this time. At a
Bebe
radio
was
station?
the hottest nigga. Just got to Dallas. He was like 2 or 3 years, and they would let that nigga do anything. Bebe started playing it on a major radio station. He was
hey, one thing about Bebe, when he excited and he got some energy, you gonna know.
Yeah, you gonna find out about it. Especially back then.
The shit he did for that record is unheard of. Like, you will never get that again. And so started playing that shit, it was over. Like, that song took off. Like, it took all the way off.
Right.
And let that be a lesson to everybody about turning your L's into fucking lessons and motherfucking W's. Because you said this all spawned off of you getting fired? And then going to the lab?
Just going into the... I literally just drove home. I'm finna make some beats.
Come on, man.
That's how it happened, man. Hey, man. Hey, look, when we in them tightest spots, boy, that's how we could. Hey, man.
It's not like I went in and said, I'm finna make a beat to that. I just went in and made a beat.
Right.
Yeah.
It was like this one of my second or third. Shit. It was Halle Berry.
Yeah. So Dero on the song first.
Yeah,
Dero on the song
first.
At
this point. So, let me give you the timeline. So, summertime. Now it's May, June. By that time, Halle Berry's the hottest record in Texas. Well, yeah, in Texas, because Houston got a wind of it because of PV and Rob. Yeah, so Houston was getting wind of it in the club, but not the radio yet. But yeah, it was like, and then what's this? Summer Jam, the Lil Wayne. No. Is it the Lil Wayne one? Is it the Lil? Yeah, it's the Lil Wayne Summer Jam. This is the one where Carter 3 is he's had
Well, he was bringing in Young Money and everything.
What is the Louisiana Fest or something like that?
Weezy
Fest.
This is the K104 Summer Jam, and they have every year.
I thought it was Lil Wayne Fest. Okay.
So they had Lil Wayne headline, and they had Hurricane Chris performing. They had Pretty Ricky Era was there. This was a big year. They had a couple of niggas there. So we was in Houston. We was just decided in Dallas. Let's just drive up to Dallas. They got the Summer Jam this weekend. You know, shit, let's say it. He said it before we left. He's like, we may even get to perform. I said, okay. So we get there, man, and out of the Nokia, it was called the Nokia Center back then. I forgot what it's called today. The DJ Magic pull up from 97.9. He's like, show at the time. And he was like, said, what y'all doing standing out here, man? Y'all don't like, well, I mean, we was just, up here. We weren't even really trying to get in or whatnot. We was just, trying to be in the middle.
Right.
He went to his car, came back, was like, y'all want to perform? I said, what? Hell yeah. That's like, and at this point, bro, I have no more than about 100, 200 people. Or a college party, maybe. A big college party.
That's cool.
So we get pull around to the front. We get drove to the back. And that's when we see all this. This is so ironic. I say this too. The very first person I saw was Hurricane Chris. Looked at my manager, I said, damn, that go Hurricane right there. He's like, oh shit. Any idea we was going to end up doing business with him a year after.
Right.
So we get in and they got, I'm telling you, like Pretty Ricky walking by us and shit. And
shit.
It was some big fucking names, bro. Like, of course, Slim Thug, all them niggas, what I'm saying? Them some big names too. But it was just like, remember, bro, I can't remember who I was on there, but it was one person that didn't show up. They slot. And they literally wrote this wild guy. He's like, you want to perform? I'll tell him you got. I'm writing you right here. Okay, you go on in 5 minutes. Like, we literally.
Damn.
And it was just so much chaos going on.
So wait, this was back. This was back like 08, 09.
This is in 08. This is
what
in.
You had on. We fresh.
Yeah.
You nigga had them
big ass. Was you wearing the big jeans?
Big ass polo button down.
Let me tell you, no, even worse. Bro, I had
in those Sperry's. I already know.
I had black tee with the spray paint. It had the spray paint and shit on there, and it had the little hotter than the Sunday after Saturday.
Not the airbrush shirt on, bro.
Airbrush joint on,
man.
With the black shorts, looking like a real old school Dallas nigga. I think I want to say I had some black. Real shit, bro. I had some black.
Not the ganglands.
Nigga. This shit, and I thought I was stylish.
The home invasions.
So we walked through the back. Walked through the fucking back. Them niggas, they literally told us within 5 minutes that you have 5 minutes to. And me and my manager was like, well, you gotta go on stage first or something, hype them up the crowd, because we didn't know what the fuck to expect. It was like, it's like 30,000 people out there. Oh my God.
30,000?
Yes,
and this
bro.
your first time performing a song?
First time performing a song in Dallas, as far as like a big venue. That was big stage, yeah.
Hey. Wow.
And I'm like, and the song ain't nothing. I said we in May and June. The song is like 6 months old, nigga. 6 months.
Damn.
6, not 6 years. 6 months. I'm having to prepare myself mentally.
You don't have a deal right now, right?
I have a deal. But it's coming. Let me finish the story because the deal is in the.
Okay.
So I have to prepare myself mentally for him from the 30 grand.
Yeah. Go take that shit. Yeah.
And let's go out there, hype up the crowd a little bit. And by the time they turned the song on, I was walking on stage. And I forgot that everybody knows about this fucking song. Oh shit! Okay, yeah. And so that put the battery in my back, and I just went off. I showed my ass on there. So I had a good show. And everybody was, if camera phones was out, but they had some.
Right.
It was just all camera. Yeah, a bunch of cameras right here and fans and all that looking up. I'm like, oh, it was so much energy, bro. Screaming at you, like, yeah, it's like no other, bro. It's like skydiving. Right. This shit is lit. It's crazy. So after the performance, they take us to the VIP where all the famous people are. I'm walking in and me dressed like I am, me and my manager, and we. They all just looking around and having and I'm just like, what the fuck right now? And so I forget where this guy came over to us, and he invited me over to talk with Playing Skills. Meet you. Okay. And Playing Skills, they were some producers out of Dallas, and ended up signing with.
Okay.
We ended up doing a situation with a whole nother, what I'm saying, situation within a situation. It was a crazy situation, but after that, bro, to the sky. But at this moment, we just had performing everywhere. I think I was doing like 2,500 a show.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Oh man,
just going to school. I had the hottest record in the
Nigga,
state now in Texas.
Wow. Man, I'd have said fuck school. I ain't lying. I'd have said fuck school. Fuck all that.
I was going to class. I was still pulling that shit. I feel like it was time to start junior year, and that's when I got lazy. I said, man, fuck this. Yeah. Other than that, I was still going, bro. I had the energy. So
did you finish?
Huh?
Did you finish? Did you graduate PV? Nah. Okay.
I did
not.
Is
that something that maybe might be in the cards for you in the future?
Oh hell yeah, man! Like even though I got a platinum plaque, a lot of niggas would say, and I even said this on my private of the degree, but deep down inside, I really don't. I really still want, because I'm a Capricorn. I don't like starting some shit and not finishing.
Okay.
So I just want that shit just because I started.
Thing, yeah.
Right.
Yeah, just to say, man, I did that too. So, but
right. Another plaque.
Just to console myself, a platinum now. My gold plaque is my goal. My bad.
So you signed a production deal or a record deal with Playing Skills. How did that work?
And it was probably, it could have been a better situation. The lower end situations that I could have taken.
But you were young, so
of course.
A lot of times I feel like that's how it happened to cats. You say you did have a manager.
I did. But
they really
my
involved.
manager was, but like Dame and Jay. We was teaching each other. We came in the game together. He knew just as much as I did.
More so partners. Yep. Yeah.
And it was just we was look at it. We were both artists. He was an artist on the manager side, and I was an artist on the artist side. He ended up going off to manage a lot of great acts. He managed Cheddar. He manages Lil Jeremy today, and niggas he did T Wayne.
Okay.
So yeah, he's been,
I know some
been
of
real
them
successful. Yeah. So he doing his thing, man. He doing his thing. But at that time, we was two ducks. Ducks lost in the water.
Greenhorns, huh?
We can laugh about this shit now because we came out.
Yeah, you came through the fire, man. But
I know you can do about it, man. That's that's history, though. You know what I'm saying? You live and you learn, bro. So back to how does Hurricane Chris? First of all, shout out to Hurricane, man. He from the home state.
Shout out Hurricane.
You know what I'm saying? Shout out Hurricane Chris, man. So how does Hurricane get on that record? I know you say you met him at that show, but how does he actually get on the record?
Well, like I said, when I signed with Playing Skills, we was moving around. We didn't have the best of the relationship. I don't want to. We've reconciled our differences since that time, but the relationship and we was just touring, and at this time it's about I think it's now we at July, so this is 7 or 8 months after the song is created. At this time, charts, it's it's charting, like, and it's still independent. We haven't signed with Playing Skills yet, but we end up signing with them in a way where I wasn't kind of comfortable with. I wasn't comfortable with how we signed with them, but it was cool. And then I want to say around moved down to October-ish, November-ish, 08. That's when I'm like, what? They hit me and we in Houston up to Dallas. And we just shot up to Dallas. And that's when they told us, man. So basically, Hurricane wants to get on the song. Ooh, let's do it. So the remix came out. The remix was me, and Hurricane.
Okay.
So that's the version that came out first. Just like I said, October, November. Then going into 09, January, around my birthday, I get the next call. Like, Hurricane's looking for a new record, and he wants to use this record. And I immediately said no. I was like, hold on. It was like, nah, we want to take the whole record. Don't do that if everybody ever knows it's mine. That's the very first thing that hit my mind. I was like, ain't this song out to the world already?
I just did something again, man. Y'all don't know me like this.
But this is what people don't understand is at the Billboard charts, my song, the whole world had heard this. No. Yo, Texas, Louisiana, Oklahoma, and that ain't the rest of the world.
They just added in so much rotation that it got.
Yeah, Florida.
Okay. And I'm gonna tell you something real quick.
Texas, Tennessee.
I'm gonna tell you something, bro. North Louisiana, we ain't really know about Halle Berry until Hurricane. Like, I don't think it moved up there yet. See, when we met, I was surprised when you told me that. I was like, whoa, because we thinking the whole time that's Hurricanes. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. And that's what I be saying. It was like, when people tell me that, they be like, man, that song would have been crazy if it's just your record. And I'll just be like,
nigga, what?
Bro, a Dallas record. Like, there were a lot of great Dallas records. Thank Leg went far.
Yeah, Rag Daddy.
Wasn't Dougie a guy out here? Rag Daddy, that's Fat Pimp, man. Shout out Fat Pimp.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So I feel like it just would have been another great Dallas record that when Hurricane took over. You know, at first, like I said, I was like not confused on how they were gonna play that and say his record. I had never heard of that before work, and found like years later found out that shit happened a lot. And then I felt like I would have been betrayed a lot of the people who helped me get going, but with it was a lot of shit going on behind us, you know, with the role in the mix, and you know, him out, you know, certain things, and we both was feeling some ways about a lot of stuff that we both were, and you know, it was just like I just felt like, man, I just felt like they're gonna keep me on and take me on tour, or put me in the video, cool, right. Perfect, you know what I'm saying? But it didn't work out like that.
Like, hey,
so yeah, because when the label got involved, everything that I thought going to happen did not happen at all. It didn't happen at all, and so it was just more so like, now I'm in a pickle, but I'm in a good pickle because, you know, like the beginning of 2009, we had like maybe like March, so we getting down there, and the record comes out.
Go crazy.
It go crazy.
Trust me, I know. It go crazy.
And it was like, but it was so much confusion because then nobody tell nobody nothing. There was no social media. Right. There was no. It's so that shit fly. That's why I was like, y'all got away with murder with that one, because today social media wouldn't let that.
Nah. Never. They caught it right before social media, kind of like a couple of years early. Hell yeah.
Yeah, they would have shut that shit down immediately.
Hey, again, we say that, but shit, everybody saying like Fetty Wap made yams. And Masego probably, I'm sure Masego over here like, what the fuck? I had that out in July, man.
The difference between that and this song was a top 10 hit on the charts.
True. Yeah, it was already like, it was charting. It's like, but there was very few independent records that were charting at that time. They were telling me the only down south independent record that was charting. All the other ones was coming from Kansas and Atlanta, of course. But from my region like that, and it was like, I think you had Lil Will, he charted. Like we were all like, but then my shit was like, you know, exceeding as like, damn, what's going on with this record? And because it was so much confusion, they was like, whoa, what? Wait a minute, like what happened? Nobody was prompted. All the DJs, man, they were so okay. When I tell you, the entire music in Texas was mad at me.
I bet, man.
When I'm not over, they sent out pink slips. DJ Crew sent out pink slips telling other DJs more any new music I ever had. I had radio taking the record down, not playing the record, not playing the Hurricane Chris version or the.
Oh, okay. So they kind of riding with you on some shit.
Well,
you said they didn't want to have any success because it wasn't them.
Either version?
They stopped playing both versions. Yeah, the whole industry in my region came down on me. And then you just imagine about this. It's on the flip side, everybody else around the world,
they loving it.
Oh shit, new record! Hey, yeah.
It would have been bigger had they stayed behind you. It would have been much bigger had they stayed behind you. Yep.
But
they
unfortunately,
didn't know.
Crab in a barrel mentality. If I can't get out, you can't get out.
Nah.
But it was also I defend them because they prompted. They like just imagine if you was loving a song and you see us by this nowhere, they dropped the videos of a whole new campaign, a whole new video. Like, what the fuck is this?
Right.
What's this nigga? And it's just like yo, this is crazy. Like, what did this nigga do? He just sold his soul, and that's what's talking crazy. And I got a lot of backlash from that, bro. I think personally, that was the I call it decision. What's that? The decision. You remember that shit when he?
Oh,
I'm taking one of those.
Oh yeah, right.
That was one of those, bro.
Yeah,
like becoming weird in such a way, through the eyes of that situation. It took me years to get out of that shit. Like, I personally just got out of it maybe when like Walk Out the Bank came around.
Okay.
It for years, bro. Like, they wasn't fucking with me at all. And DJs who would hear my side of the story, but nah.
Yeah. So check it out. So you got this big hit on your hand, people around you not supporting you, which that's fucked up. But now you still got a big hit because, like you say, everybody else is fucking with it. So how does life change? How does life change from having a buzzing record in Texas or in Killeen or Dallas to countrywide, basically? How does life change for you?
This time, despite all of the bullshit that was going on and selling the skills having a falling out during the selling of the record and the video shoot, we wouldn't even. And Chris and Bebe wasn't seeing eye to eye. Bebe didn't like the fact that he bought Halle Berry for me situation. So all of the bullshit and the animosity and the road stuff is crazy. I had like 6 situations, negative situations that were going on. That I'm at this point. We get number 1 on 106 in Park.
Mm-hmm.
We got the hottest. We do the BET Awards where we perform at the BET carpet. That was the year 09. It's summer 09 now. We into July 09.
I seen your ass out there, nigga.
Big ass clothes.
I seen you out there with that 4XL on, nigga.
Hey,
look, hey, I told him, I said, but at this time, bro, it's sweet. I'm making like $400 to $4,500 a night at shows. Okay. That's really why I was around the year I left school, because I was like, nah, I can't do it. At this point, I had a show every night, and it was still like Texas clubs booked us, showing me love, the promoters and shit. They didn't give a fuck. They was like, nigga, we just want Halle Berry perform. We'll pay. They was still showing love, but I was getting a lot of shows outside of Texas and shit. But I felt like now it was time to step into stardom. You know, I was like, yeah, this is my time. Now I can take this shit to the next level. I can do some more. I can drop some more music. Let's continue. Mm-hmm. But you're not knowing that, and I didn't find this out till later, that it's kind of like, well, you sold the song. So if you don't come with Hurricane Chris, you're not getting booked. Damn. And so it's like, oh shit, I didn't realize that part. Right. And that's when the shit hit the fan, because he was supposed to take me on tour, and the label, that was just word of mouth. That wasn't in the contract. So they didn't live up to it. I would say that was the initial start of my demise, because of the money. And when you're not getting booked, because it's not your song, you know, you do.
Yeah, that's your shit, bro. Technically okay, but that's
now
your
it's
shit,
like,
nigga. You created that. Hell yeah.
Yeah. And now it's like, what do you, at this time, now I got all that shit going on. So me and my manager fell out after though. We were still, and then Kurt Cobain came along, and he was opening up for me. And just
Okay.
things changed. Things changed, and now I wasn't around for. I really didn't want to be around for Ride, and the clicks was changing. Mm-hmm. Niggas was trying to figure it out. Kirko was the new guy now, so we was trying to like perform just enough to get him up on the stage. Mm-hmm. Then when he performed, it was like the bitches. He's more of the important one, so let's keep him. Right. And that's what we did. And then he took off, but like I said, he had a whole different clique. We had our own. We fuck with each other, but it wasn't. He blowing up now, so do our own thing. So we go off, we do our own thing. Me and my manager not seeing eye to eye, my own shows. So I would literally like hit promoters up. So that mode, I got a child now. My daughter was born. Okay. At this time, this is fast. Yeah, this is fast forward. I'm fast forwarding 2 years. So now 2010. And yeah, man, I just had a little girl, so I had to go. I was booking my own show, and that's when I booked my first overseas show. I went over to Seoul, South Korea, and performed for the Air Force. So
that's that experience, bro.
Man, that was crazy, bro. That was fun. I liked that part where I got stuck in the airport for 2 days.
Oh shit!
the Air Force, they booked me. And they didn't tell me that the fucking airport was 3 hours from where I was staying at. Damn. So when it was it was time to leave. I'm thinking, shit, I got 30 minutes. You know what I'm saying? I just head up to the
airport.
I'm on that bus. I'm on the bus like, damn, we ain't leaving an hour. No, sir. I get there. I had to sit through the next day, all the way to that evening to leave. Evening flight the next day, and this is the morning we're talking about. On a Saturday morning, I couldn't get a flight till Sunday evening, bro.
I just recently, this past year, had an experience where I had to spend the night in the airport because I was traveling back in February where they had all them winter storms and shit. Mm-hmm. So that's a whole different level of uncomfortability, bro.
And I'm in a foreign country where there's no English speaking.
What's going on out there?
Nigga. And that's just another crazy story. But
man,
yeah, I had fun though doing everything by myself, bro. Okay. Another country.
Get out there, try a little bit of that squid and shit they be eating, man.
I don't even remember.
Man.
But it was an experience. I probably had some of the best shows booking them myself because now I'm on the show. I'm doing that was my only overseas show, but before all the other ones, I'm doing it. A lot of people don't know those are like the hole in the wall clubs or the small towns that never got. So they willing to pay any amount of money for you to come through. And this time, record, but it was still a hot record. It was like a recently old hot record.
Right.
So that song performed in Magnolia, Arkansas, Paris, Texas, all them little small ass Odessa, Lubbock. So I was me and my driving to them venues like club. We was doing college parties still. Shit, man, and
hey,
that is what it is. Yeah, that's when my dude Jay Check came around, and he helped me, my manager, and he came and he helped me out and used some shit. He knew his way around Houston and Dallas. He was the one that made the Rack Daddy dance.
Okay.
So yeah, he was real known for that on YouTube. His videos still on YouTube and like millions of views. Yeah, he's one of the orchestrators of that Dallas Boogie movement too. And he was helping me in Houston. I was staying in Houston. And yeah, man, like I was just trying to figure. I was already done. My buzz was down, buzz gone.
Okay.
It was a fun ride. I swear to God, it was.
So after, you blew up. You had a hit song. Hurricane come through, jump on it. It's past that, like you said. Just cook it, man. I'm still calling that yours, man. That's still your shit. I'm gonna say he jumped on it. Shout out to Hurricane, but that's your shit, man. You created it, bro. Shout out to him, man. I fuck with Hurricane. We from Louisiana. Me, I'm from Louisiana, so of course we jammed to some Hurricane back in the day. But you have a hit song. Now it's 2010, 2011. You're doing all these eye shows. Now let's speed up to Walk Out the Bank. I know that
Walk Out the
Bank. Yo, I remember you had just started coming to me around that time, like right before it blew up. So how did that feel, bro, to get that reception from a song years after you had a big hit, top 10 hit? How did that feel, bro? It had to feel great, but how did you feel in that moment when you found out, man, this song doing this many numbers?
Yeah, and it was like getting that same love, man. I pray a lot, and I was just, got one night that the next time I give it to you, you're not gonna know you got it. I just really, I didn't know. I really didn't know until I would go perform it, until I went online and saw the numbers, saw people actually jamming it. Okay,
right.
Real. This is real. But it never hit me like I'm back. We good. We got one again. Because it's just the game that changed now. Find this one hit, crazy record more, unless it's like a. But it's just it was lovely, bro. I felt like, but I wasn't done. I really wasn't done. I really wish it's a Halle Berry, of course, but nothing will. And that's what I had to realize is like one of the.
That was a moment in time.
Yeah, that's the thing I wanted to ask you.
You did because like you say, you didn't make those type of beats. Normally, you was on some New York East Coast type shit. So you to make that beat, and you don't normally do beats like that, and it blow. That's a moment in time, bro. That's lightning in the bottle, and that's what they say. Some shit like that, lightning in the bottle. That's catching lightning in the bottle. Literally. You know what I'm saying?
That's why you can't think for years from old up to 2020 when I made that. I actually made Walk Out the Bank in COVID.
Right.
And to that time period, that whole all those what I was chasing. I was chasing Halle Berry's success.
Right.
Not knowing that, it just me to make another something. It ain't gonna be Halle Berry. It's infectious but it's gonna be something else.
Right.
And that's what got the back. Something else. It propelled me to somewhere else that I'm about to go. So it was just lovely, even getting the attention again, just a little bit. I got to taste. It's like I said, the game is different now. So, you don't just really have like 10 of those, and then you feel the success of may have felt with Halle Berry. So the game is different. That's all.
Constantly change.
Do do you wish maybe that the success wouldn't have been as instant sometimes? Like it would have been more gradually, like with your career,
Wow.
or do you look back and say, you know what, that's how it was supposed to happen? You know, I was supposed to get this big so I could see how it was, and then that kind of
over the years, yes, I do. But as I started getting older, I was like, man, you know what? That was I think it just needs to be where it's at. It's like one of those classic movies that you never remake. Menace to Society. It can't be a Menace to Society.
Never be another dog.
right.
You know what I'm saying? It's just one of those, and that's what it is. It's a Boys in the Hood. It's a Menace to Society. You can't redo it, bro. It's just like,
and at the end of the day, it sets you
like
up
from
to be a thing.
Yeah, because even with me not being even successful, it's like everybody in the music industry that I met at that time, I still talk to this day. So I got hella label connects, DJ hated me back then, love me today. Every promoter, every model,
yeah,
you know what I'm saying? I get love from everybody. Like that is a legend. Now I'm looked at as like somebody who's important to the culture. You know what I mean? Like,
you a Texas legend, my nigga. You a Texas legend, man. You, Fat Pimp, y'all boys are Texas legends, man, in the rap game, no doubt.
Yeah, man.
No doubt.
And so when I look at it like that today, they're like, man, that was a moment in time, and you know you can't touch it no more. You put it no more. It's just, you know what I'm saying? Don't recreate that. Let it be what it is.
Yep.
Amazing. It happened in shit, literally 6 months, years, bro. It was, I mean, you know, like I said, I recorded at the end of 2007. I was performing on the BET Awards the summer of 2009, towards the summer of 2008.
6 months.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, like it's just so much shit, and I just didn't know maybe where for the backlash of the moves I was making with the song, you know, who I was involving with it, and you know, I never was prepared with the backlash, even the backlash within my clique, within my crew, you know, because you know, no. You know what I'm saying? But you like, it's a bittersweet moment, you know, but it's like, I honestly, that record wouldn't have went gold if it wasn't distributed through Hurricane. I'm being just keeping it real, bro. Now I'm in the music. I'm making music, and hell yeah, nigga, get that record to Hurricane. What the fuck you mean? You get the classic record. They sharing that shit on Shade Room and shit. They doing TikToks.
That's what I was gonna get to.
Look how
what is it? 13 years ago? You made that? Not 14 years ago?
Come on, 14.
It just blew up on TikTok. What was that, last year?
Mm-hmm.
Just last year, bro. That's what I was gonna get to. That's crazy.
Lasted, G. Like, blow to my horn and say it, but this is probably one of the longest lasting that, like, one of them at least. I'm gonna say one of them. I'm not gonna say the. I don't want to. I'm gonna say one of them. One of the top ones, and they don't want to admit it because it was given to Hurricane. But nah, this is where this is one of the places it started. Dallas started in Killeen, Dallas, straight like that. So you know, I just look at it like, now we look at it like, oh, it's a legendary Dallas song out here, but the rest of the world, it's, you know, legendary record. It's a classic. Right. To this day, bro. They did a line dance to it. Just you see
I
that
seen
shit?
you post it. I seen you.
Again,
shout out to all my white folk, man. Shout out to all my white folk trying to dance, man. Shout out to them, man.
Who comes and says something again about it? Halle Berry herself.
Was she
retweets
on
it.
Ellen with it?
She was on Ellen with it, dancing to it. She's been supporting the record since day one. To it on Ellen.
Like that's love, man.
That's
Like
love, bro.
And I'm gonna tell you when that happened. Video, like maybe like 2 weeks before we shot the video.
The Ellen episode.
Yeah.
wow.
So she was on it pretty early as far as nationally.
Mm-hmm.
She was
because the record
early.
You gotta remember, before we shot the video, the record was in. Like,
right.
And then we had to help to shoot the video, and then the label was mad. The label was mad because she said my name in the interview. They said my name multiple times in the interview between her and she was like, was it Superstarr? Then they said Hurricane Chris.
Wow.
Hurricane Chris. And so they were pissed about that. So that's why if you pay attention to the video, they cut me out of it's like 17 seconds of it.
Man.
I think I
man.
So she said,
I'm only like 17 seconds.
I know this was a little early in the game, but shit, you saw her dancing to the song. Did you ever shoot that shot, man? Did you ever I made that specifically for you.
I'm Superstarr, by the way. I'm Superstarr.
I think she commented on something I wrote maybe ago, and she's commented on something before, but now and I done met a lot of people. I've shook hands with Beyonce. I've met her. I'm saying, I've met a lot of fucking people, bro. But Jill Scott, I met.
Did you get starstruck?
I could. When you're in that room with them,
yeah.
You don't want to be the only one.
Hey, fan out.
You know what I'm saying? You got to chunk that shit up. And,
It's inside. Yeah, keep it inside.
Man, it's so
holding inside, man.
Bro, it's fucking so fucking hard because I can't remember the little VH1 star model chick that was popping back then. Tila Tequila.
Oh shit! Yeah. She had the girls in the.
I met her too, and I mean that's when she was shitting at the time. So I was like, kind of starstruck with her, but to chunk that shit up, I had to act professional.
Right. What Wayne said on that Drake song?
Which one?
Bitches in the house like Tila Tequila or some shit.
Yeah,
man. She had about 20 of them in there. Yeah.
Gotta act professional because you'll just look lame.
At the same time, that's work for them, when they at the
right.
It's working. Yeah, but then you don't kill your chances of working with them because
right. They gonna be like, oh well, he ain't gonna really be paying attention to what we're doing because he gonna be too busy trying to get an autograph and shit.
Yeah.
Right.
You definitely didn't autograph, nigga.
Man, so I know you got good recognition. You said you was doing shows when it first got popping and everything. What was the check like when you first got that first royalty check? Was it hey? Was it like, hey?
It's not what you think.
Nah.
So
most of them what the artists say is about being on that road.
Say this money I probably made like close to 1,000 touring just off making the show money.
Yeah.
But my first song over the Hurricane was 10 grand. And then I got money after that. I was just getting my rate went from 2,500 to 4 every other night. Literally I would do about I was at about 5 shows a week.
Man.
And that was like I didn't stop for so that's where I got my money from. That's really where the money came from. But that shit got crazy. in the legal side. So pretty much it was about how much? I want to say is a little, maybe 200,000 tied up, because DeRoe came back. He at this time DeRoe had ice cream paint job. He was booming already. So doing this and mine's is like doing this at the same time. So the sense, and people don't notice that when there's a dispute over monies and the recording and the recording academy freezes all release of royalties.
Right. They like, hey, until y'all figure it out, ain't nobody getting no money. Yeah.
Ain't nobody. So from 2009 to 2012, nobody got money. After that, really, that's when the show slowed down, and at my decline, I went back to being a regular nigga.
Okay.
That's
nah, man. Hey man, you do something that great, bro, you'll never be regular, man. Hell nah, you'll never be regular. You do something great.
Look at it.
I don't look at that with honest though, man. Like, I feel like people put so much on being famous. I mean, it's a lot of people walking around now that's famous on Instagram and Twitter, but they ain't got no fucking money. So I mean,
but fame is different. That fame. Well, I ain't gonna say fame is different because it's always been like that. Like you can be, to be famous, you had no money. It was just like people thought you had money,
right?
And they would just. So I got a lot of free shit. Like I was getting shit free most of the time, but yeah, I had it on me. I just didn't have no royalty money, and so when it ran out, because you paying bills, you living, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
Over time, royalty money is the big check. That's the one that's gonna really keep you,
take care of you.
Right. Yeah. And so as time went on, man, I ended up having to. I was working. Now I'm working. I was working at the Houston Zoo, and I actually negotiated where I could negotiate my contract to get out of my contract with Playing Skill. Lock me in my production contract, and to get out, I had to pay about $30,000, and do that. I had to negotiate. I would go on my lunch break at work and negotiate the contract that I had to sign with a publishing company. This publishing company was so they tried to get me on my contract that they offered me $60,000 and 30 of it out. The other 30 got divided up between me, my manager, and my lawyers. I had to pay my lawyer fees. So my first check, it was 2012, and it was only about $9,000.
Wow.
No, first check. Yeah. So it was like 9. Yeah. All right. And at this point, like I ain't had no bread. Like all my show, everything I was doing, tricking it off, paying bills. I had to
keeping up the lifestyle, man. When you in that pool, man, it's hard not to.
Yeah. You just, I'm getting shows every now and then. The shows haven't. So now I get like maybe a show a week, if I'm lucky, or shows if I'm lucky, and I was just kind of like, I really started. Okay, now I can, I got a little something to get back, give me some equipment. So I went back to square one. I really was 23, back in the position where I was at when I was like 13. Back up. I had to build a studio. I had to learn how to record myself. I had to learn how to. The thing I knew was to make music. Right. I knew how to make beats. I just had to get the equipment I scratch, man. And you
But
know,
you had that knowledge, though. You had that knowledge a little bit about a game work.
I had the knowledge, I had the connects, all my connects from the labels, and everybody was still had the name, the likeness. So I still had a lot working for me. That's why I was still every now and then. But a new record, me and Chat, we was working overtime trying to work a new record, and it just wasn't working. So I had to relocate to Dallas and shit. And yeah, man, I was just doing my thing, bro. This fucking was the real issue, because you know, with the money I would raise my family and do my music shit. So it was fucking hard. You had to learn that out early. So then I was like, man, I need a fucking investor. Until like years later, but you know, I started to really, that's the brownest period about the music industry and how it works and what you actually need to make this shit. And then the independent stage, it was just like, whoa, okay. So now I gotta know how to, that's what it is. You're running a business, you're running a brand, you gotta promote the brand, you gotta create the brand, you have to do shit. And I'm just like, fuck.
It's a different mindset, bro. It's a different mindset. I live this shit every day. You know what I'm saying? So I always tell some people, man, like that have regular jobs, like you don't know the mindset of an entrepreneur unless you're living it every day, and you don't have, you know, you got to come out here every day and get it. You can't wait on nobody to, or have somebody tell you, hey, make sure you clock in, man, or make sure you be here at this time. Nah, you gotta make sure you be there at that time. You gotta make sure of that shit. So it's just a different mindset. But hell yeah, man. Like I say, bro, I applaud you from sticking with it. And I think your story, it can help a lot of up and coming shit, not just rappers, entrepreneurs that's trying to, you know, maybe they can learn something from you. Not getting that ownership early. You know, sometimes we just don't know what we don't know. You know what I'm saying? So, and it's proven that you're a solid individual, because like you say, 14, 15 years later, you still got relationships with those same people. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That prove you a solid individual, bro.
Man. Appreciate that.
Something important, man. Not to keep under the rug, man. Building those relationships. That's that.
Hell yeah.
The field that you're in, that helps you.
Exactly.
Yeah, man. It's like I was able to offer more of myself to the game and what to able to do. And it was, I mean, I've had a lot of great moments. Don't get me wrong. Throughout the 11 to now, man, I've done some shit, bro. Like the people that I've met along the way, niggas like Mark Pitts, and who signed Biggie and signed, you know, R. Kelly, and
he signed who? Who he signed?
Shout out to Wayne Williams, man. But it's for them. I played records for. I've just ran into so many people, bro. Like so funny, you know, looking at my career and how it's, you know, I don't honestly think I would do it any other way.
Right.
Like, hey man,
I really don't. I like it because I feel like never getting have challenge with means don't mean you're not gonna know, but that a nigga who's experienced something know a little bit more than a nigga who hasn't.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Nigga, if a nigga go through the water and say, nigga, it's snakes in that water I've been in, I'm listening to him. I'm not listening to the nigga saying, nah, that water, yeah, it's
right.
The nigga who been in there said it's snakes in there. So that's why
he's been big. Yeah.
I'm saying I'm the one that been in that water. I know. Don't do that. But like you said, bro. You know, it's a situation. When I seen that record go gold, I was just like, this gotta be some of the wild, like,
right,
bro, like all the shit that this has been through.
right.
This is perfect. Now I can seal the coffin. Like I don't even want nothing to do negative with that record. That record it did what it did. Now it's gold. So we can leave it alone. Yes, we can move on. And yeah, bro, that's it.
So one question I have, you know, you done your producing thing as well. Any ventures, any songs that you were a part of making beats that kind of helped you carry along to where you are right now in your career as well?
Yeah, probably. I know because they be just because I make beats for the convenience of myself. I don't try to like get them out. But I produced with Lena Saint Lunatics. I produced some with Paul Wall. 112 on one of my records. I produced some records for Cat, DJ Chose. I can't remember niggas I've done records for. Of course, Fat Pimp. Bro, it's some niggas that have some of my beats, like the Frankie niggas. I don't know if y'all remember them.
Oh yeah, got him hollering now, Frankie.
Right.
Actually,
yeah, I remember that shit.
Before they blew up, they used to come to PV. They wasn't there. So, you know, we all cool. I produced records for them. Just I've done a lot of records for niggas, bro. I just be sending beats out. Attention who I be sending beats to and shit sometimes.
Yeah, right.
But
yeah, so you said you always steady working, staying consistent. That's the bigger thing that I'm seeing.
I just never I mean, like you said, bro, like I said, bro, 10 years old, I think there is a point. I don't think there's nothing that will stop me from doing it. At that point, it's like half my life.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So even if you come up, you break my shit, all I'm gonna do is just go by. It's like an undeniable love. It's not even like even if I'd still be doing it. Like I'm just not really. It's in my DNA. It's not a thing for me. You know, it's not one of those things where I'm gonna do for 20 years and stop. Like a lot of these niggas gonna for 20 some years, maybe 15, maybe 10, and they gonna stop. They gonna jump on money. It ain't where they at in life. That don't happen with me.
Right.
You know what I mean? Never happened with me. I'm gonna be doing this shit until because I can produce shit as long as I want. There ain't no age limit behind the board. Right. This 60-year-old nigga is producing and still writing records.
Yeah. I think you just described the difference between an artist and a rapper.
Yeah, an artist does have a time limit simply because Jay-Z. Everybody's not gonna be able to be 50 and still produce that swag. Yeah, no, just Jay. Jay is the only 50 plus.
Oh yeah. Nah. What is he? 30 years in?
Still, yeah, he can still carry a rap career. 6. We still getting the same. We still getting reasonable doubt. Jay-Z, like it's swagger.
You got a point.
You know what I'm saying? 50. My dad and them is 50 good, and he got money. You know what I'm saying? Like, so it's not. It's very all the niggas from his time period where they at.
Yeah.
Where they at?
Man, they ain't around.
They grandpas, they kids rapping now, so they feel like they can do it. Jay-Z is the only artist who can still walk around like an artist. Release album.
I'll say Snoop too.
Snoop too. Snoop.
But he very much on different endeavors and everything as far as business. But
yeah, got Snoop, Jay, Nas.
Yeah.
Nas is nominated for a Grammy, the last one.
I think he just won one. He just won the first one.
Right. For facts. You got
crazy.
You got Dre. Dre fucking
M? Well, M ain't been around quite as long as Jay.
Nah, I'm talking like niggas who came out in 90s, 95, 96 and shit.
Okay. M was like 99, 98, something like that.
Nah, he was out. Reasonable Doubt came out. So naming all the niggas from 96, Puffy don't count because he's an entertainer. I'm talking rappers, straight bar rappers. You can only got Snoop, Dre, Jay.
That's about it. I don't think I can know nobody else.
These niggas that went off and did their own thing. You got the Locks, Kiss, but them niggas not old. Like, Jay is 53. Like, so when I say that to like basically, it's not a lot of niggas who are gonna be doing this shit for a long time because it don't live in them. Like a lot of these niggas is rapping only now because the shit is. When I was rapping, when I started rapping in high school, nigga, do you know niggas used to laugh I wanted to be a famous rapper? Like it was so far fetched, and that niggas would laugh in my face, like, yeah, you good, nigga, but you ain't that. Like,
unfathomable, man. It's unfathomable, but like to say you gonna just be,
yeah. And so to see that I made it, them niggas still be shocked. I was just in math class with you, bro. You was rapping, writing rhymes. I remember that shit. I didn't know you was gonna turn out to be this. And so I'm just walking to no nigga, this shit real. When you make it, you make it. Like
right.
But it ain't no fad with me. For real.
I like it.
Brody, man. We appreciate you stopping by, man. Like I said, bro, I appreciate you, man. I think, like I said, I think it's important that somebody like you, all the shit you've been through with the music career and all of that, the rap, the song or whatever, and now you still doing your shit, you still getting validated from shit you done years ago. I think that speaks to, your impact that you had on the music game and who you are as a person, man. But shit, like I say, bro, we appreciate you coming through. Rod, you had any last thoughts, man?
Nah, man, this is a great interview, man.
Great show.
I feel like I learned a lot. You gonna help me on my musical journey. I just want to say appreciate you. Everybody go get that. This time I mean business. My boy Svpa here. And yeah, man.
This year, gold medalist. I'm pretty much celebrating the gold. So I'll be y'all gonna get a taste of some different kind of music coming out this year, man.
For sure.
The advice I want to give out, though, I want to just stick with that shit, bro. I know you say you rapping and shit, but this shit is no different from any business learn or paid attention to. Fuck what everybody else think. It's if you're a salesman, you are a salesman. You make your product is your music. Focus on the product. If you have bad, you're trying to sell it, you become a bad businessman.
Right.
And people will remember you for sales bad product. But if you have good product, you can market the shit and it'll go where product is the music. Even if you were selling soap, you gotta convince me that your soap not better than the nigga next door soap. Dove, nigga.
Facts.
Your competition be the niggas that you idolize. Yeah, you can listen to them niggas, but just know, I'm coming for you niggas. That's how.
Right.
I fuck with that.
Yes, sir. That's a wrap for episode 5, man. Appreciate y'all.
Rich Dreamzz. Make sure y'all like, comment, subscribe.